this video is an application to lesson 5.4, and it says a box has the following dimensions. The height is 2 less than the width, and the length is 8 more than the width. And the volume of the box is 96, oh, that should be cubed, sorry, 96 cubic centimeters, since we're talking volume. That's a typo. Find the dimensions of the box. So off to the side, I've just sketched a box, which I know you could do. And the height is 2 less than the width, and the length is 8 more than the width. So obviously the width is what we don't know. So I'm going to say width is W. You can use X, whatever you would like. So the width I'm going to call W. And if the width is W, then I know the height is 2 less than the width. So that's going to be width minus 2. And I know that the length is 8 more than the width. So that's going to be width plus 8. All right, then we know the volume is 96 cubic centimeters. So of course we know volume of a box is length times width times height. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in the stuff I know. So I know my volume is 96. I know the length is W plus 8, and you can't tell that's a plus. W, oh my goodness. W plus 8, the width is just W, and the height is W minus 2. And that, of course, could be in any order. So things running through your head, what do I do with this? I can see it's a cubic function because I have a W times a W times a W. I also know this 96 should probably come over here so that it's set equal to 0 since I want to figure out the width. So as you can imagine, we have to FOIL or multiply all of this out. So I will go through that a little more quickly because I think you're okay with that. I'm going to take W plus 8 times W plus 2 first. So I'm going to multiply these out, FOIL those out. So W squared, that's going to be plus 8 minus 2, so plus 6W minus 16, and then distribute that W through, so W cubed plus 6W squared minus 16W, and I'm going to go ahead and subtract over that 96 while I'm at it. So now I have a cubic function, but I also have 4 terms. Hopefully you're at the point where you recognize when you have 4 terms that you should group. I can't take anything out of all 4 terms, so I'm just going to go ahead and group right away. So I'm going to take out a W squared from my first group, which leaves me with W plus 6. Sorry, my parenthesis kind of went over that square, right? The second grouping, I'm going to take out a negative 16, which is going to leave me with W plus 6. And then I can see that my W plus 6's are common, so I'm going to factor out that W plus 6, which if I factor those out, it's going to leave me with W squared minus 16. And not that it will make or break the problem, but W squared minus 16 also factors down to W plus 4 and W minus 4. Although you really could solve that without taking it that far. Now if I set each of these equal to 0, I can solve those, and I'm sure you're getting to the point where you can probably do that in your head. So this is going to be W equals negative 6, and this one will be W equals negative 4, and this is W equals 4. Now think about, we're talking width. Well, I can't have negative widths, so I know that 4 is my width. So if 4 is my width, then I know that my length is 4 plus 12. I'm sorry, 4 plus 8, which is 12, and my height is 4 minus 2, which is 2. So my dimensions are a 2 by 4 by 12, and that's all in centimeters, I believe it was. And that's your final answer. Now, before I end this, another option that you have, if you're a fan of the calculator, because this would definitely be a calculator question, you could take this 96 and subtract it over right away and just dump that into your y equals. And then, of course, you're looking for where it equals 0, so you're looking for the x-intercept. So if you graphed this cubic function, you wouldn't even have to do any of this FOILing, nothing. If you graphed it on your calculator, it would cross at -6 and -4 and +4. Well, you would obviously again know that the 4 is the width that you want to select. So keep in mind you can solve these on your calculator for sure. And then at the you know, the least you would have to show me is just this setup right here.